This is a Sherwood D-500 cassette deck. The symptom is that it's dead. Now the power transformer is wired directly to the power cord, and so I'll be checking resistance through the primary. I expect to see a fairly low resistance there, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, yes, and that was 22 ohms on the primary, so the primary side is okay. I'll switch to a voltage reading here, DC voltage. For those of you that don't already know, when you take DC voltage readings, they have to reference something, so you connect the normally the negative side of the voltmeter to ground. And so, let's see, here we have a regulator. 12 volts out of that regulator. A couple more regulators. It's just 3 volts, doesn't seem right. 0 volts. Half a volt, yes. That doesn't seem right. Let's go back, let's see. Okay, it appears we have a couple of possibly fusible resistors here near the power switch. Let's take a look there. That's going to be AC, so we'll switch to AC here. 12 volts AC on both sides there, and ooh, looky there, we have a low voltage on the other side of those resistors. Those are 2.2 ohm resistors, and they're both open. They're not burned, but they're definitely bad. We need to check some stuff here. Let's unplug from the wall. Okay, we're back, and it does look like as if we have a short here at the 12 volt regulator. Of course, the negative 12 volt regulator, pin 1 is ground, pin 2 is your input, pin 3 is your output. So pin 1 is supposed to be at ground, and it is 0.2 of an ohm. But pretty much so is the input, 0.4 of an ohm to ground. So we're not even gonna bother to replace those resistors yet. We need to find out what is shorted over in here. So we'll be doing that, and also we're going to have to pull up short and get an estimate approved by the customer too. So stand by. Okay, and this is the underneath side of that Sherwood cassette deck, and thankfully there was a removable bottom cover. That's kind of rare these days. The input filter capacitor for that for that regulator IC is shorted. I've unsoldered the one end of it there, and if you can see there at the IC, it's not shorted, and yet here at the capacitor it is. That input filter cap is bad. Now they have the same type of filter capacitor over on the positive side, so both of those should really be replaced. And we'll set about getting an estimate approved by the customer, and then we'll have a wind-up video on this. That's it for now. Okay, and perhaps right about now you're starting to wonder, what in the heck is this? Well, this is that mechanism out of that Sherwood D-500 dual cassette deck. After having fixed the electronics, of course, there are other problems. It's a 15-year-old unit, and so naturally the belts are bad. That raises the cost and complexity of the repair considerably, but I have it. I do have the mechanism repaired now, and I'll be putting it back together and giving it a final check here pretty soon. It was quite a bit of work to replace the belts. You can sort of see here the decks had to be pulled, these covers removed, other stuff unplugged and unsoldered, and just it wasn't pleasant. And when you're a lazy guy like me, you can probably think of better ways to spend your time. But anyway, there you go for now. We'll get it back together and give you a rest. And the power comes on okay. There's already a cassette in there. And playing okay. And the auto reverse. And we'll try the other side. Oops. Nothing on the other side. This will require a little investigation. We'll let you know. Okay, I think I've discovered the problem here. What we've got is flaky tape sensing switches here. Unfortunately, both of the decks are going to have to come back out and maybe have these switches serviced. When the tape goes in, these switches close unless there's a depression for the tape knockout on the edge of the tape or something. But even when the switch is closed, we're about 15 meg resistance across that one, which obviously is not right. That's your tape in switch. So I'll have to service those, but we'll give you an update here pretty soon. Okay, and this is that Sherwood cassette deck again. Just a quick wrap up. Servicing the tape sensing switches did fix the remaining problems on this, and all is well. This has been a repair brief by the Multimeter Junkie. Over and out.